Hi.
Hello.
Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
It's good to meet you.
You too. Thanks.
Yeah. Listen, I was moved by the letter that you sent as a testimonial, and I became curious to see who you guys are and learn a little bit more about how you found the program and what happened.
Well, I found it through a friend of mine, one of my best friends who did Clean, your previous book. And she recommended it over the past, I guess last summer I had like 3 weeks, I had like a stomach issue and no one could figure out what it was. And so she recommended to read the book, and I did, and I was really excited about it. And I wanted Brad to do it with me, so we waited until this month to do it together because it was sort of inconvenient other times. And that's really what happened. And Brad got on board.
So the book made sense to you?
Very much.
What part stands up in your memory of making sense?
Let's see. I think, scientific details aside, I think just the whole idea of feeling better and of everything being in the root of the gut. And I figured that I feel certainly that emotionally that in my gut, if I'm not well, that I don't feel well physically. And then I just felt like after reading the book that I wanted to try it out and see if it would work for me, like if I felt better and if I would have more energy, because frankly I lack energy. I'm 41. I have 2 small children, and that's my job. I'm at home with them, and basically I think I should have more energy. I'm completely healthy, but I seem like I'm always tired. And so
How old are the kids?
They're 5 and 3.
Boy, girl?
Older boy, younger girl.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going through a similar thing. We have a 3.5 and a 1.5, so we're even more in the thick of it. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sorry for freezing on us.
Can you hear?
We froze a little bit.
Oh.
Should we try to call you right back?
No,
yeah, we can.
We're fine. We can pick it up.
Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And also, Jocelyn would read quotes from the book to me, and she was obviously very inspired, and so it got me excited about trying it as well. I think Jocelyn told you I'm a chef, and so I deal with nutrition and eating every day, and so to have her so excited about trying something new, it got me excited as well.
Is it a common thing to see a skinny chef?
Well, getting thinner, but I loved it. I think also just the way that me think more about what you're eating and what the possible repercussions are of what you do every single day. So it got me thinking even more about the nutritional aspects, and especially with gluten and dairy, which I question anyway, and I know that so many people in the restaurants question as well. And it's something that we tailor to. So for me, it wasn't hard to find these options, and I actually didn't feel like I suffered at all on the cleanse. I still felt like we both ate really well.
Okay, so Jocelyn, you were looking for this information because you were dealing with some health issues?
Yeah, yes, at the time I was dealing with health issues like in my stomach, gut, I don't know, area, digestion.
So can you tell me, what was it? Were you getting bloated, constipated?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was no reason, and actually I've been constipated like all my life, basically. And I have, I've been like, I think I guess I'm a sugar addict, but I think that I eat healthily, or I thought I did, but I think I didn't really eat any vegetables. I was telling Brad, I was like, I think the only vegetables I ate were arugula and tomatoes, and that was it. Honestly, I don't know why. Anyway, so it was quite amazing. So anyway, ask your question, because
And how did you respond to the program regarding those specific issues?
Well, I did. I mean, the first 2 weeks, in terms of like constipation, not much of a change, but like the last week, like a very big change, and like everything seems like totally have normalized, and in terms of any like physical, I feel very well. I feel well. I don't feel as tired in the middle of the day as I used to always. I feel tired at night, but hey, who doesn't,
Yeah, especially with two small kids.
Right, and one of our older kid has ADHD, so, you can imagine. So we, anyway, I feel better, and I feel like it's really changed the way I look at what I eat, and the fact that, like you said, like, I never really believed that what you put in your body is what you are, and I never really.
Now you have the proof of it, right?
I do.
And Brad, you did the program just to be a good sport, right?
pretty much, yeah. But
but you gained some benefits too.
Definitely, yeah. As I said, Jocelyn was very passionate about it, so it was hard to ignore, and I wanted to try it as well, and it cleared up a lot of things. Like I used to be quite congested, and it really got rid of that.
He doesn't snore anymore. He used to snore like every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So the marriage is probably better.
Yeah.
The book is saving our marriage.
I'm not as angry in the morning. Seriously.
And Brad, has this affected the way you see your work now, like what you're feeding other human beings?
Well, the interesting thing is I always cooked a lot of vegan, vegetarian, dairy-free, but I never necessarily fed my family that, and so I think that it's affecting how I cook at home and being able to have more flexibility with the food in the restaurant. One of our restaurants is a Michelin star restaurant, and I guess it's a little bit fancy, but I think having these alternatives is not something that other restaurants offer, and I think that we pride ourselves in that, and it was just understanding that I need to eat that way as well, not just for my guests.
And in terms of your health and how you feel, how did the program impact you?
Well, I actually lost a lot of weight. I know that's not the intention of the program, but I probably lost about 15 pounds. But also I think a side effect is I felt better, and I wanted to go to the gym, and so I think I had more energy. I really had a more holistic look at health and well-being, and so that made me want to eat better, that made me more active, it made me want to get to the gym. So yeah, I think it ended up being great, and I love it.
Well, thank you guys so much for writing to us and telling us about it.
Yeah.
That's what we live for, and when we get that kind of letter, we spread it around. Everybody in the team gets it, and we all comment. And then I said, you know what? I want to listen to them personally. It's different on camera like this.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that you told me made me think that I should tell you this, and I don't know if it's useful or not. But there's a book by a pediatrician called Kenneth Bock. Have you heard of it?
Kenneth, what is his last name?
Kenneth Bock, B-O-C-K, and the book is called Healing the New Childhood Epidemics. The four A's: autism, asthma, allergies, and ADD. And you will find that everything that you learn in Clean Gut somehow shows up in this book as well. And it's very interesting because there's things that afterwards you can do to help your son without the regular approach of Ritalin or all those drugs and things that we do in the Western medicine world so often.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be interested in that because he's in kindergarten and he does take Ritalin because he hasn't been able to be on their program, and it's had very positive results, but I would love to be able to supplement that with his diet and whatever else that we can do.
Since you like reading, that's a really good book. Just read it and see what you can bring in. I'm not making any promises, but there's a lot of people that ended up taking their kids out of the medications without needing them anymore, with like drastic changes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. And what are their names?
Bruno and Scarlett.
Nice.
Thanks. What about yours?
Belo and Serafina.
Those
Beautiful.
are really nice too.
Yeah, and then I have another one, a 7-year-old, Grace.
So nice.
Yeah.
Are you live in LA?
I live in LA. Where do you guys live?
We live in New York City. We're freezing.
Good.
Awful.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And if there's anything that we can ever do to help or with anything, we would love to do that. So
listen, if people ask you what happened, just tell them.
We do.
That's the best thing you can do.
I've been telling everybody.
Good.
Everybody.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.